Because at that time I was just starting with headshots, and I'll tell you in just a second why I decided to even do headshots in the first place. But back then I still was photographing weddings. So I think like few months before, yeah, like I think 3 or 4 months before we moved to California, we actually posted a video. Sasha posted a video that we're going to California for one day, and we need to build a California portfolio. So we were looking for couples and families so we can photograph them for free. And so basically because we wanted to have a California portfolio. So like we went there for a day. I remember in one day, I think we have 13 or 14 sessions. And we photographed for the whole day. And in that one day, we built a whole portfolio of engagement, family, wedding, portraits. So basically, we have from the 13 sessions, we have something to put on our website because Chicago weddings are completely different than California weddings. So we have to have something in our website that that look like California. So so we can attract the wedding clients. So from the wedding perspective, we started to do to go to venues, and then did the wedding shows or wedding expos. So we had a booth there, and then but it was pretty. Those booths, for us back then, like it was pretty expensive. I don't remember how much they charged, whether it was like $800, $1,000 for the booth. I don't know what it was, but I remember it was expensive. It was a big expense. And we would book a few weddings from there, but it was not very consistent. And obviously at Expo, those clients are mainly price sensitive, so we have to really compete on the price because nobody knew us at that point. So that and then when we photograph weddings, the money that you receive from a wedding, you may receive like, I don't know, $1,000 deposit, or maybe even 50% deposit. But the second half is only where the wedding happens, right? So we needed more cash flow in than not cash flow out. So we said like, okay, what kind of photography can we do so that we get paid right away, and we can do it, not just on weekends, but we have, because like if you photograph weddings the whole week, you don't do anything, maybe some editing, but basically it's just go on the weekend. So that's how we started to do headshots. And we started to the first thing we did actually in the building where we lived, there was a lot of different businesses and people lived normally. So we created like a flyer that we're going to do headshots and sangria party. So we made gallons. I mean, the whole fridge was like with bowls of sangria, and then we invited everybody from the building. I think it was like the first week or second week after we moved in. We said like, okay, so we're gonna invite the whole building, and we're just gonna make free headshots for everybody, and then drink sangria.
Sounds good. Perfect.
Yeah. So, and surprisingly enough, we actually have a very good turnout. I mean, like, I would say more than half of the building came to our place, and we met so many interesting people. And it's like one of the the person people that we met at that party was turned out the president of the business association for Gaslamp Quarter in San Diego was in our building. So he hired us to photograph for Gaslamp Quarter in San Diego, to do photography for events, etc. So that was kind of a cool job right away. Then we got some extra headshots, from that job. But obviously it was started out, but it started to get the word out. And then what we did, literally, we walked from door to door, from business to business, in like downtown San Diego, asking if they don't need headshots. And we went to, because there's a lot of hotels in Gaslamp as well. So we went to every hotel around there, and it's like, you know what, we'll do headshots for free for your team, for your event team. And we photographed a good number of hotels, and they gave us that gave us a lot of connections. And actually, we got a lot of jobs from that effort, because those, whatever they had an event at the hotel, we were the first photographers that they thought about for photographing the event or doing the headshots, for the team there, So just as unsexy it sounds, we were making steps, and walking from business to business. Doesn't matter whether it's small business, large business. We walk, from everywhere that we could. It was very uncomfortable, to do this. Like I don't like to talk to strangers that much. Sasha's a bit better with this, but I'm not so much of a talking, talking for no reason. So it was tough, but sometimes we have to suck it up and and do it. Another thing, I joined Chamber of Commerce right away. So we had that. What else did we do? We lived across the street from the San Diego Convention Center. So we reach out to them. Can we advertise with you guys? Because at that point, I thought that when we do headshots like at conferences, that the actual convention center makes this decision or recommends vendors. It's not really the case. The San Diego, the convention center and anywhere, they just provide the space and that's all they care. They don't really recommend they may recommend vendors to make the signs or lighting, but they don't really, recommend photographers. But it gave us the link from the San Diego Convention Center to our website. So it was a very valuable, backlink. So through Chamber of Commerce and a few other things, we got a lot of backlinks to our website from local websites in San Diego. So that gave us a very good boost in SEO. So then when people were searching for headshots, we actually ranked pretty well, pretty fast.
So was your original offer when you went into businesses to talk to them, was your original offer literally free headshots?
For hotels, yes. For hotel, so if the value, if we saw the value in a long-term relationship, then we offer them for free. If it was like a business, that they just need headshots, we just give them a very good price. But we still charge them because, at the end, we still needed some money. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, because otherwise, otherwise you become known as.
I had some money on the side, but I don't want to. I don't want to touch that money. So we had to, live on, month to month. So basically, every $100 that we made here and there, it's like, that was perfect. And when you start like this, the one thing that you have plenty of is time. So that's what we offered, and I spent a lot of time on organic SEO. This was like 9 years ago. That's when we started to do the conference headshots. Then we started to do the SEO, Google Ads. I started to learn Google Ads on my own because I need to advertise it. So basically, I spent the time to learn, and obviously I made a lot of mistakes. But if you don't make mistakes, you're not going to achieve anything. So,
hey, let me just jump in real quick to tell you about the amazing sponsor of this episode, Platypod. Platypod offers innovative camera support systems designed to unleash your creativity. With their stable, versatile, and portable solutions, you can capture stunning shots like never before. And I'm not just saying that. As the host of the Camera Shake podcast, I can personally vouch for Platypod's incredible products. They've become an integral part of the show. In fact, I'm surrounded by various Platypod products holding up lights, cameras, microphones, and so on. It's really helped to transform the way I make the show and the way I shoot at home, in the studio, and on location. But don't just take my word for it. Explore Platypod's website at www.platypod.com to discover their range of products, including the Platypod Extreme, Platypod tripod heads, and the brand new handle, of course. Make sure to follow Platypod on Instagram and Facebook at Platypod Tripods for exclusive updates, tips, and giveaways. By choosing Platypod, you're not only investing in your photography, but you're also supporting the Camera Shake Photography Podcast. Thanks again to Platypod, our amazing sponsor. Platypod, where innovation never sleeps. The interesting thing about this is that you're emphasizing the importance of actually physically going to knock on doors and speaking to people. Well, I think in today's world, a lot of people would basically sort of assume that really all you have to do is sit in front of your computer screen, set up some ads, and wait for the bookings to roll in. But I'm sensing that what you're saying is that's really only part of the story.
You know what? I think the emails, campaigns, ads and everything, there's definitely, place for it and definitely works. The walking and meeting with all the businesses gave us the local presence.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip, then press here for the full episode in glorious Technicolor. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe.